Hi, I'm Titli and this is my busy garden. So I go away for a couple of days and I come back to this. My supporting string is broken, so plan B. The upper staging has these supporting rods and I think I'll use these as the anchor points for my string. It's looking a bit better. Right. So it's a little bit more tricky, methinks. Oh, one's fell on the floor. No, it's not supposed to happen. I'm not surprised you've fallen over. Your chilies need picking, don't they, my friend? Well, that's much better for sure. Order is restored. Now that that little problem is solved, I can use this bowl to pick my first tomatoes. Here comes the first one. Dink. Look at his little beauty. He's not the only one either. Okay, so I've only got 4 at the moment, but hey, I've got to start somewhere. Let's try one. You know, on my cooking channel, some people complain that I don't have a foodgasm when I'm trying food at the end of the recipe. Tomato, I think I love you. If I smoked, I'd feel the need for a cigarette right now. Now while I'm in here, I'm going to try and take the opportunity to pick out any non-productive shoots on these things. But it's a lot more difficult than you might imagine. Mainly because a lot of the shoots have got flowers on the end. Now this is a typical shoot. You see I've got some flowers here, but the end's a bit manky really. So I'm going to snip back to where the fruit is. Well, I feel like I'm making progress, but whether I am or not is another matter entirely. Well, that was actually quite tricky, but in the process I've managed to get rid of a lot of unproductive shoots and also some yellowing leaves. The end result is actually a lot less foliage and a more open structure for the fruit to ripen in. Now while I've been away, my basil has started flowering and I don't want that, I want leaves, so off you come. That's better. I need to tidy up my parsley a bit as well. Well, that's a lot better, just needs a good water now. Well, that's been a surprisingly busy session in the greenhouse. And it's not going to be too long before I'm harvesting my first chilies. Last week I shared with you a few projects that I was thinking of doing, and this week I'm going to start the first of those. Making an easy clean surface for this bird feeder to stand on. So the first job is going to be to move this sundial. I'll just move this out of the way. Oh, dead earwigs. Good-o. And then how many more pieces does this come into? Not too many more. Now I need to lift up these slabs. Lots of ants. I have a feeling I'm going to find an ant's nest under here. Yep, they're running around like crazy, all right. So I've got the slabs up, and what I'm going to do now is to create a circular patch of concrete 1 metre 30 centimetres wide by 4 inches deep. And to help me mark it out, I've got 2 bits of bamboo and a piece of string. Just mark the centre. I'm going to need to cut this sedum back, unfortunately, but that's okay. And this one. I'm going to have to cut that little bit off there, that angle, but that's okay. Just need to take the corner of this off here, this edging piece. Lovely. Just make sure the soil is well tamped down. So I've got my nice circle now, and it's about 4 inches deep. To make the edges kind of neat, I've got some 4-inch wide strips of hardboard, and I'm just going to line the edge of the hole with this, with the shiny side in. Okay, that's looking good. I've checked the level and there's a slight incline to one side, which means that the rainwater can run off. Now then, the pole for the bird feed is going to have to go in the middle here, and I don't want to concrete it in because it end up rusting, so I've got a plastic bottle full of water which is going to go smack bang in the middle. Then I'll have a hole in which I can put the pole for the bird feeder. If you're wondering where all the dirt went, it went into the daffodil bed. It needed more dirt. Now to mix the concrete, I've got 12 bags of ballast and 2 bags of cement. Now we'll mix 2 bags of ballast with 1/3 of a bag of cement. Then add in the water. Well, looks just about ready to pour. I'll just level it off. Now I'll just skim it over, make it nice and smooth. Lovely! Now what we need to do is leave this to dry for a few days. Well, that's all I've got time for this week. Thanks for watching, and do join me next time in Titli's busy garden.